Wow, we hit
Oh.
0 once again and back live once again, and I'm the sheriff. I'm not the sheriff.
You're not
Not anymore.
You are not
I'm
the
the
sheriff.
Well,
Your
I'm not.
time
I'm not
has
the. I'm not the
passed.
DM or GM, but I might be
You
a
aren't the
sheriff.
sheriff.
Your time has passed, Ian.
You meet one dragon and think you're fucking fancy.
Yeah, you talk to one not dragon.
One not barely dragon.
Charr doesn't even know. He doesn't know. How would he know?
Pretty fancy, I would say.
How would he know?
At least you didn't shoot down the not dragon.
Rude.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
Lark in the pants,
punched
that
a
would be.
werewolf in the face.
I punched a werewolf in the face.
I was like, look, if you're not happy by the role-playing experience this week, that's on you, because like you punched a werewolf in the face. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And no one.
And I mom shouted at it mentally.
Like, get out of here.
Not fucking having this. Not today. We're having a good time, and you're biting people at a party.
This is my party, and I'm not doing it again, so it's gonna be good.
In my normal reflecting and retrospective thoughts on the last thing we've done, I wonder what would have happened if we were able to follow that werewolf.
Like if you could have find out who it was?
Yeah, we'll find out eventually.
Because it is someone.
We're gonna find that eventually.
Every werewolf is someone, as they say.
We're gonna find that eventually. Oh my god, let me move my.
We'll dive into some of the server fun, but if you are somebody who plays on the server, there have been some hints about who the who the werewolf is.
We got vampires now?
Vampire
We
werewolf?
do have vampires
Vampire,
too.
actually.
But yeah, there are hints, so we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna like with the dragon, we'll see who figures it out first.
It's very Scooby-Doo.
Very Scooby-Doo. Okay. So, welcome everybody again to another episode of D4 Adventures, Iskar Academy. As you all know, this is our D&D stream that goes along with our D&D server, and we've got lots of newbies in there this week, so hoping we're seeing some new faces today. This is all of us. We'll get into our intros, but first let's give you the overall of what to expect from our game. So, welcome to Iskar Academy. We are an elite school specializing in the training of the future heroes of our realm. Our 3-year program prepares you for leadership and networking opportunities across the 2 continents. Our professors have extensive training in their areas of focus and often real-world experience in combat. Located in scenic Caracat at the heart of the Eastern continent, we know you have many options for your mandatory training, and we are confident you'll be happy for choosing us. Yours in adventure, Headmasters Isolda and Cardamon. Welcome everyone to episode 6, the morning after. I am Melissa, your game master, and I am joined as always by
me, Laura, and I am playing Lark, the High Elf Cleric.
Hello, and I am Luna, who is playing Moss, our rogue bard multi-class extraordinaire.
And I'm Ian, and I am struggling to take the packaging off of this bottle before I have it on screen, because we are not advertising. And I am playing Charr, our lovely little lizard dragon boy Charr, ready to be blindfolded in any fight.
And I'm Drew, playing our lovely stoner druid, Nori.
Wow.
I did remember my Luna face blocking post-it notes for this week. So if they're ready. I saw your face because as soon as Melissa starts reading the stuff about Iskar, and you're already like,
I am just very emotive, y'all. I'm sorry.
Iskar.
For those of you who are new, Luna has very visual reactions, which you will see, and Laura has a habit of breaking down in the middle of scenes because of them. So,
if I have to put a post-it note over her face, on my, I will do it. I will do it if I have to. I got a whole pack.
Just
We're gonna see how many sheets we get through today.
I have a lot of post-it notes, to be fair. So.
I mean, they don't burn up after a use. They're not like spelled.
They're not as sticky though.
They're not as sticky. They're not as sticky.
Because I can just imagine it falling off right at the moment I'm making a face, and Laura just like break.
And I know. I haven't dusted my screen in a long time either, so it'll be fine. I'm sure there's nothing that Luna will roll her eyes or at this week. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll totally be fine. I mean, there was just a party at the lake and everybody did totally normal things at it.
Totally normal.
There was lots of drinking, lots of drinking drinks that gave weird spell effects.
Fun drinks.
Mostly fun. A few people got some unlucky ones. Yeah, and then
Nori being one of them.
Pardon?
Nori's can't see himself and can hear the dead.
Nori is one of them, getting two
The
of
entire
them.
episode
Nori
was dead.
Nori
got two.
That would have been the most like upsetting to have paired together. Like imagine you like look at your hands, you're like, oh, I'm turning invisible. I'm switching between realms, and then you can see and hear ghosts. Like you'd be like, that's it, I'm dead.
Didn't the ghosts happen first, though? I mean, like, oh no, there's ghosts everywhere, and then
Wait, and
no,
Nori-
not
No,
me.
the ghosts happened second.
Did they happen second?
And Nori was high as well. So
Yeah.
And Nori was high, and yeah.
And then got attacked by a werewolf.
Yeah,
Well,
and then
all-
got
no-
attacked by a werewolf.
Nori's no good bad day.
I'm just saying that look, sometimes it's weed paranoia, and sometimes it's a werewolf chasing you. That's all I'm gonna say.
sometimes it's legitimately you should be worried.
Apparently, you were right to be afraid.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so Moss had a drink that made everyone even more attractive, which is impossible in this school with super hot people.
Yep.
There.
And
Unreal.
then she did flirt with a lovely Dampier Dragonborn.
That's true.
The
We've got our
pie maker. The pie
Pie
maker.
dragon.
The pie bringer.
Pie
The
man.
pies.
I mean, if you're gonna
And-
flirt with anybody, it might as well be the person who's bringing the pies.
He is the vampire. So I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Oh wait, I got this for you.
That was a very
Thank you.
quick clap.
That
Thank
was
you.
just like a quick clip.
We definitely
Everyone
did.
pauses at once.
Inez in the chat is asking for Io. What tattoo did Io? We definitely did. Io definitely did get a
Oh,
tattoo.
yeah.
What was it?
Yes, we did
Well-
narrate that. We didn't say what it was.
What do you want it to be? It's always the the tattooee's choice of what they get most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up
Yeah.
to you. But it was definitely next to the the dragon thing, right? We definitely did it.
Yep.
Oh yeah. We Io was getting
You were there.
tattooed
You were there.
pretty much all night long. That was a good long session.
That was a long. It was a big tattoo. So make it something big.
Yeah,
You
make
know
it-
what? If it was done a hand poke, it takes a while. It takes a while.
Exactly. And then of course, sweet innocent Charr went off with his dragon hunting friends to try to find a dragon. You found a dragon shrine. You found a pile of gold that had been hidden in the riverbanks. And then after Nori got attacked by the werewolf, you went back and all the gold was gone. Somebody stole all that gold. There's like 10 members of your club. That's like 20 gold.
That's a lot of gold. That was a lot of gold there.
Mhm.
Honestly, I hope that it was just taken as an offering, because who doesn't like gold but dragon?
You gotta hold it in your heart that the dragon took it, right?
Hold it in my heart. The dragon hands in my heart. Hopefully.
Yeah, and then people started to head back towards the
And I just need to make sure that everybody knows that I am now part of the cool girl club. I made it. I succeeded.
you
That's
you
important.
haven't had your Cobb salad yet, but you're officially
Yeah.
one of the cool
I'm
bitches.
still in. I'm in.
Also, you
And
punched a werewolf.
there's also now the adorable
Hey.
situation where Aqua thinks that you are cool the same way that you think
Vera's cool.
Vera's cool.
Yeah.
So you've got like a line of coolness.
That was embarrassing.
It's an inherited title,
Passed down over generations. Very fast generations.
It's like sorority girls. Like
Absolutely.
you have your big and your littles. Like you just keep
Yeah.
just keeps adding on. You guys are sorority
Exactly.
girls.
Goodness.
Exactly.
Papa.
When after obviously our werewolf attack, Nori thankfully was healed up, carried back to camp by the often lusted after Momo, giant tiefling woman, and then gave an amazing, stirring story of what had happened. There's rumors all around the school. People have been talking about this. Like even when you wait, like I guess technically this is the morning after. People will be talking about this. And after the party, everyone sort of like heads back to campus in groups. So even though a lot of people are like, oh, he's probably making it up, people are generally just being careful. There's no further attacks in the night. So whatever happened, yeah. So we're gonna start with the morning after. How late did you guys stay out? Various people.
I
would have left shortly after the werewolf punching thing and Nori getting carried off by Momo. I would have been shortly after that.
I stayed to clean up.
Aww.
I threw it.
Char's a good boy.
I gotta. If I'm the one who was wanting to have it done, I gotta be there.
You're right.
Clean.
It was like your party,
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah.
More or less.
And
Fair
a
enough, fair
successful party.
Surprisingly.
Moss probably intended into her heart to go check on Nori and make sure like that he was okay, but also everyone is pretty, so she probably flirted.
You just like
everyone
around,
told-
like after
yeah,
the bar
like
is closed,
sticking-
hitting on
yeah.
people.
Yep. That's what Moss did.
I feel like Nori probably stayed awake the entire night.
Mhm.
She didn't sleep. No
Yeah.
sleep.
What? Just like in bed, like
Yeah, just like,
werewolf.
Take your
Tiefling.
level of
Werewolf.
exhaustion. We're starting the day out
Like,
strong.
I should probably talk to somebody about this in the morning. Oof.
Oh, trauma.
Rough. This is gonna be a rough one. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, so morning after. Yes. It is early in the morning, and we're gonna start with Lark. Lark, you were leaving a bedroom that's not yours?
Yeah.
Everybody else roll me a d20.
God.
This has to be a disadvantage if they are trying to.
It's just a d20.
16 with disadvantage if
Know
you
what
want to
you're
give it to
doing.
me.
16 with disadvantage.
17 if you want the other roll.
Fuck my dice. Don't buy from Dark Moon Dice. Fuck Dark Moon Dice.
I was gonna say the first d20 I rolled, I was gonna be like, is this gonna give me bad luck here? And it wasn't a Dark Moon dice die. The second one I rolled better, and that was, of course, my old bloody boy here.
My Moss dice rolled 1.
Yeah,
And then
that's the
so
one.
there it
That's
is.
the one.
And then the one that you sell that has the stars in it, the clear with glitter. I forget what the name is.
Solar
The-
Royal.
Yes, rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So there it is.
Okay.
And then the dicey encounters one rolled a 13, and then delirium dice rolled a 16.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that I should have figured out if it was high or low was gonna find this. Charr,
Mhm.
you were going to the bathroom in the early morning, and as you are walking to your room or from your room, whichever you prefer, you see Lark in someone else's room, like peeking in and like talking in low voices to them. So we'll let Laura do the same with Lark, and then you will be there basically when she turns around.
Just in the
And
back,
then you're
eyes
gonna be-
blink.
like a chameleon.
Yeah, literally, like, hello.
Like, does your tongue come out and like lick its eyeballs?
Very slowly and like not accurately. It's like,
Oh,
oh, I got it. Delicious. No.
Oh, that's nasty.
What?
Oh,
Rude.
I don't know.
Okay, no. Pretend like I'm not here yet.
Yeah. So yeah, what's your energy like as you're leaving the room?
I haven't slept for like 4 days.
Delirious?
Yeah. All of this was a very bad idea. Everything. It's like, you know, when you're like the morning after when you're sobering up and then you look back at your life and you're like, what am I? That is it. everything she has done for like the last no, she just wants to go back to her room.
So just like, oh, I fucked up, but also I'm so tired. Yeah, so the boy whose room you're in slides a hand around your lower back and leans in to give you kind of a goodbye kiss. And the rest of us who are watching know, and if you've been paying attention to where his room is, we know that this is Enris's room. Hooking up with the third year.
Takes
Nothing happened.
always
Mostly
takes a good party.
nothing.
So
That's what you said last time.
he wraps an arm around your waist, gives you a soft kind of kiss, and he murmurs, just, I had a really nice night with you.
That was very fun.
Are you sure you don't want me to walk you to your room? I know it's only across the hall, but
it's right there. I think I'll be okay to make it to my door. But I appreciate the offer.
You know where I am if you want to grab breakfast later.
Yeah, I got some more schoolwork to do, but I will see you around.
All right. And he kind of gives you like a long look of just like, this girl does not want to admit how much fun she's gonna be. Like she's like, I have to study, and then she parties hard and punches a werewolf, and sneaks out all night with him. But indeed, he does close the door and give you a moment to breathe, in which you assume is isolation. So yeah, Charr, what do you do?
The moment I notice that Lark's about to turn around, if I'm like right at the bathroom door, I'll make it look like I'm coming out of the bathroom, and just oh, hi, hello, good morning. You look tired.
It was a long night. Did you enjoy the party? It was your party, right? It seemed good.
Yeah, I mean, I got back maybe 2 hours ago, so I'm kind of exhausted at this point. But hey, gotta make sure everyone else is safe and sound. So yeah, no, it was a good time. I was actually going to be heading back to the lake to see if I can get that dragon again.
Yes.
I was gonna see if you wanted to go and the others wanted to. Yeah, the child dragon. What do you mean, child dragon?
That was a child. That was a child.
Well, I think we're thinking of different things. Because there was that weird little girl, but then also I saw in the water this tail and eyes, and it was.
Did you talk to like the girl? Did you?
Well, I was going to, but then we heard screaming from.
Nori. Yeah, there was a fucking werewolf.
Yeah, did you punch that werewolf?
I did. I absolutely did. That was probably not the best idea. But Vera told me how to punch something. I guess I was just in the punching zone and punched it in the face.
Well, I hope that
if a student.
Well, I was gonna say, if it's a student or a teacher or some wild folks in the forest, I hope that if they come back, that they get to see you and cower in fear from another fist, because that was badass. I'm not trying to yell too loud.
Yeah, I mean, unless it was a teacher, in which case
that was even more badass.
Okay.
Teachers shouldn't attack students. That's all. I'll let you get.
I suppose it's also true.
You have to go to sleep. You have to go to sleep. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna report back to Dragon Club with my findings of the lake. I don't want to keep you up any longer. Next time you see Earnest, tell him I said hello. I will be seeing you. Scuttles away, and he's like, he shuts his door as he gets there. He's like, I didn't mean to reference that. Fuck.
Charr.
He opens the door. Yes.
Oh, good night. Good night.
Oh, yeah.
Good night.
Okay, yeah.
Good night. I'm running to it as soon as I like. Before
anybody
else anybody
Done.
else's door opens.
On your way, on Char's way out, you run into another girl who's doing the walk of shame back to her room as well, down towards the first floor. She's just you saw this hop-up girl chatting with this guy earlier last time, and yeah, she just kind of gives you like a little smile and then slips into her room. She doesn't really know you, so.
I say good morning and good night as I do the whole like turn around, like good morning, good night.
You're gonna do like where you have like your shoes in your hand. Like,
yeah. Like, let's be honest. There's a lot of walks of shame happening in this dorm today.
This is the magical fuck school, and that's kind of scary to me.
The thing is, if it happens enough, it's widespread enough. It's no longer shameful. It's just the norm.
Yeah.
Meeting up at 7 a.m. after you. Yeah, of course, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Excited for that.
All right. So you make your way back out to clean up after the party. Let's who wants to go next? Moss or Nori?
Yeah, I think Nori is sitting in the hammock, holding onto Mochi, just has been awake the entire night, bags under the eyes, not used to not sleeping very well. It probably went through like a whole ounce that night, just trying to figure out what happened. And is just sitting in this hammock, staring at the door, looking down at Mochi, just like, did this happen?
Yeah, I can see that being a thing you would like question. Like, did I get really high or did I get attacked by a werewolf last night?
So, should I go see a counselor? Does this school have counselors? Like, is that a thing I should do?
Yeah, so as the sun starts to rise, you're wondering what you are supposed to do now that it is morning. Like, you know, over the night where you were still a little high and, you know, trying to deal with understanding what to do. It was the middle of the night. There's nothing to do. But now that it's morning, what do you do? But a knock comes at your door.
I get out of the hammock and like tiptoe towards the door. Do any of these doors have those really neat little looky holes?
Do they have peepholes?
I want
to do not.
Oh, damn! I was gonna say my college had them for our dorms.
That's a safety issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
You
safety
can make
issue.
your own or raise a concern, but that's what my high-low dice said. So I don't know what to tell you.
A fist goes through the door. I've made my own people.
It's very
No,
ineffective.
just-
They can see you too.
I feel like Nori's version is just take Mochi and like slide him under the door, like just
Oh my God.
flash.
Yeah.
You just see this little jelly
Like a
face
puddle.
just come up under the door.
Go guard dog.
You know, I love that so much. I think that's what happens. Nori's just like, go. And whoever's on the other side of this door just seems like
friendly.
this little jelly face come up.
I want a Mochi stuffy.
I do too. I
He
do
needs
too.
made of that weird gunk you get at like the dollar store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello?
there's a woman at your door. She looks vaguely familiar.
Hello?
Are you? Sorry, what's Nori's last name? Hang on.
Birch.
Birch. Are you Nori Birch?
Who's asking?
Headmaster Isolda Renfrew?
Oh, shit.
Do you say oh shit? Please tell me yes.
Yeah.
Go clean your room. Clean your room.
Give
Oh
me
my god, how
one-
messy is your room?
1 second.
The fuzz.
Click. You hear the latch
Okay.
of the lock and everything. Just like
You have
full-blown.
you have 1 minute to clean up before you talk to the headmaster.
What do you hide?
What do you do?
I'm gonna throw everything into my hammock. There's not much, but everything's going into the hammock.
Wait, does it look like there's another person in there now? Because
Yup.
Oh, no. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Like, who? Is it a mess or are you sleeping around? Who knows?
Only Nori.
What kinds of things get thrown in there? Is it just clothes? Are there dirty dishes?
Mostly
Like, how
clothes,
messy is
probably
this?
some drugs. There's a potted plant that Nori's just freaking out enough that the potted plant goes into the hammock too.
It's like toss something of violets in there.
Yeah,
We already established
everything.
earlier that Nori only has 1 cup, 1 bowl, 1 fork, 1 spoon.
It only takes a minute to get everything in the hammock, but it's literally you open the door, it's just a hammock in there now.
That's peak comedy. Can you imagine just you're the headmaster of this school and you go to talk to a student and like you open the door, totally normal room, the usual mess that teenagers have, and then it opens again and it's just bare.
Not even a desk.
Somehow
That's
the
supposed to
furniture's
be in
gone.
there.
That's
Nori's
in my
gonna
room now.
go back to the door, slowly open it, lean against the wall, like, hey.
Sorry, I have to get back into headmaster.
You gotta get in the headmaster headspace.
It's not working. Okay. I only roll 20s. I am the headmaster. I only roll 20s. Okay. She says, would you please come with me?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna open the door.
He like
walk out
stares
and
at you for a
slowly-
second and then starts to walk. Like, I guess you're following me.
and then slowly shuts the door behind. You see Mochi just like, who's still under the door halfway, just fully come out under and then start following. Just this little.
Oh, it's like his little legs wobble, but they're splashing in his own
butt was
rump.
too big. Couldn't get through the door crack.
Just a cute little thick water boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna be following Isolda for a little while here. I will let you, if you like, roll any kind of check you would like to learn something about her.
Insight for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what this is all about, which I probably already know. Oh no, that's a 10 with a plus. That was the +6 is the 10. Oh.
Oh.
You're still paranoid from the night before, so you're just like, she's gonna kick me out. I let myself get attacked by a werewolf. It's clearly my fault. Like, full on victim blaming yourself.
100% it's not the drugs either.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's leading you out of your dorm room and towards one of the school one of the buildings used for classes. You actually know exactly where you are going after a little while, because you are in this class. You are going to the medicine classroom where you have your medicine classes. So this is a class that you take along with Lark and Vera. And yeah, you know the professor. So when the door opens, it is no surprise to see Gilroy Ellinson, who is a human, maybe cleric, who runs this class.
I feel like Nori, now knowing it was a or a werewolf that attacked, is like ultra suspicious of everyone now. Everyone
Everyone's a
that
werewolf.
wasn't at the party is a suspect now of just like, could have been you. And then Nori like slowly turns and looks at the headmaster and
Yeah.
then back.
You probably are a little bit even more concerned about Gilroy, your medicine teacher, because because they are they have a whole bunch of face paint in general that kind of obscures a little bit of what they look like. And they have these almost like ethereal horns that come off in the back of their head. So they like fold up like this, and they're like kind of like not spiked. I don't know how to describe this. They're almost sharp in the way they look, and they're like ethereal and almost like, yeah, they look ethereal and sharp somehow.
In Nori's mind, Nori's like,
So
probably
I say
got
you
that
do
drink
it,
too.
but
Hey.
Isolda turns to you and says, we saw what happened to you last night.
Wait,
Or
you
rather,
watched
I
what
did.
happened? Wait, you were
yes,
there? Oh, no.
no, I watched with my magic.
That makes more sense. Okay.
I didn't expect something like this to happen, certainly not in the first week of classes. But there is a good chance that the creature that attacked you was not a normal wolf. We need to have you examined and see if there's a chance that you have been taken by the curse.
Mm.
Wait, the sounds, they're killing me.
Gilroy gestures towards a table and says, please, if you'd lie down for me, please.
And gonna go like lay down on the table, freaking out, eyes like bugging out, just
you know, because you know you've been in this class, that Gilroy is very distant when they heal. It's very much you know, don't get emotionally attached. So you have this very clinical feeling of like basically being scanned by a magical MRI.
I hate it.
It's very uncomfortable. There's no one here, you know. It is just daylight, and it's very unpleasant. They finish scanning you, and they start basically sort of probing you with energy. Like you can feel it in that way that, like, if you imagine, you know, people say like when you're meditating, like imagine you're feeling the air fill you, you know, like visualize it. That's sort of how you're feeling about this magic. You can feel it like moving through you. And it's probably about 5 minutes before Gilroy withdraws their hands and looks to Isolda and gives a very serious kind of nod, in a sense.
Nori stops and is like, what was that nod for? What?
Isolda takes over and she says, our fears were correct. Unfortunately, the creature that attacked you has infected you.
And what does this mean? Am I
know-
gonna turn into this thing like every night?
Not every night.
Okay. Oh, that's better.
We have a month before this becomes potentially a permanent problem. Unfortunately, we don't have many people here who can be of use to you. We've sent out some letters seeing if there are places that could take you in and help you to fight off the curse. But I'm afraid if we don't do so in the next month, it will become permanent.
Oh. Okay.
Do you know much about the curse? Or werewolves themselves?
I know that their teeth hurt really bad, and they're terrifying, and Nori's like starting to hyperventilate a little bit.
Yeah. Give me a. Hang on. This is how much nicer is it to GM in a time when you can just Google what you need and you don't have to flip through a book. Amazing.
We just make it up.
Or I could make it up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
You feel a surge of calmness come over you.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no way you can resist this. You know what? You can try. You can try. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
As you feel a wave of calm come over you.
That's a 3.
Okay, so you're like super chilled out. This is like a great drug. This is great. Your mind is sharp, but you're so calm.
There's a curse.
I will say that in the last few years, there have been movements to have people accept the curses that they have been given, and suppose I shouldn't be calling them that anymore either. You get a sense that she's a little bit like angry at like PC terms. And she says, if that is something you would like to do, there are places that would train you to control yourself while in this form.
And do I have to eat people?
No, there's no reason that they have to be violent or evil. But without proper training, it is very dangerous. And as which happened with you, people get hurt. And I assure you, we will be investigating who this student was and making sure they are held culpable for their actions.
Oh. Okay. This is a lot to process. Do we have a counselor here?
We have healers. And she like looks over at Gilroy, who is like the least like, why would you ever talk to Gilroy about your feelings?
Nori would probably see looking over that way and be like, do we have more like, no offense, do we have more personable people I could talk to about this?
I'm sure one of the charisma-based teachers would be happy to speak with you.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll have some reading sent to your room. And in the next week, we'll need to know what decision you want to make.
Okay. Big plans. Okay. Okay, thank you. I can go back, yeah?
Yes. Given the situation, you are free to take the rest of the week to yourself, attend classes or not, as you like.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. And Nori's just gonna like stroll on out.
Yep.
And then soon as the doors close to that, he's bolting it back to the room.
Okay. Excellent. That was horrifying. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that everyone's terrible. I'm like, who did I make the medicine professor again? And I looked and I'm like, oh no, it's Gilroy.
That did not reflect well on the headmistress either. I'm just gonna point that I don't, but every time we go further and further into this,
See,
like,
we're just
Moss
cogs in the
right, and I
machine.
hate it. I hate it.
Add to the book of criticisms
Hell.
of the man.
Oof.
Moss
I guess you're gonna
doesn't
have to
even
talk to
need to keep a
Rylan.
document anymore. Like, why would she? This is all sex.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You might have some points. You might have had some.
She is of the old school of D&D where she thinks that certain races are good and evil.
Oh, a
It's not good.
Thaco.
It's not a good look.
Oh, ick. Ew, ick. Yeah.
It's not a good look.
A real Thaco over there, if you will.
Yeah. I like the idea of that being like a slur for
I don't like the idea of slurs, but this is a good time to use one. Oh, that's an awful thing to say. I'm white and I shouldn't say that.
Oh.
And I'm straight. And I'm cis.
So that's that fun adventure. I'm sorry that everyone's terrible. Moss, how do you spend your morning after the party? I think you rolled 7 hours, right? So probably around 5 a.m. you come back to normal. You don't think everyone you meet is the sexiest human of all time.
Moss is probably very hungover. So Moss is, for those of you in the server, just scroll to Moss's room so you can see her little nest. Moss is fully curled up in said nest.
Such an amazing face.
I can't. It comes up too much for me to not mention it.
Do you realize that you're the only one who brings it up, though?
But everyone has a nest. Everyone has a nest.
I'm just saying, a different kind of person doesn't want a bed frame. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
So she is curled up in her nest, and she's just hating the world right now. First, like she feel like she could hear like every like creak of the person like on the room on top of her, like fully every little creak of the floorboard, and she just wants to scream at the universe. At some point she is going to crawl out of said nest and like drag herself to get water, just because she knows if she doesn't, she's screwed. Like everything's over. And as she does, like she like fully summons her familiar, and just having her familiar like gently like preen her hair, like just like fully the owl whose name is Acorn, it's on her shoulder, just preening her hair comfortably.
We have classes this morning, don't we?
Oh yeah, it's Monday morning. It's
Sorry,
This
I
is like
totally
Garfield
forgot that. I was like,
Mondays.
there is no day off. There is no day off. War club is day off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Oh, this is painful. Okay. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Wow.
So Acorn, her little barred owl familiar, just preening her hair like soothingly as she like starts just chugging water. She's like, I need to get this over. And then she's like, me as a player knows this is not gonna work. But Moss is desperate to like be a little better. She's just gonna rummage through her herbalism kit and like just start like munching on whichever herb she thinks will help. That's like not obviously a drug, but like, because that's not gonna help. But whatever herb she thinks is gonna help with this is getting munched on, like full on, like just dry leaves. Like she doesn't give a shit. Like
excellent.
just munch.
Okay, so in that case, you've been working on this for a while. You've been getting drink. You drink. You drink.
Yeah, I drink.
So you've been working on this on this system for how to handle being hungover. What is your like your current combination, and then we'll see how successful it is.
Well, obviously the water, and then just her munching on herbs. I think it's water, and then depending on, I'm gonna let you decide the smell, how loud the hallway is, she will venture out to get food. But her main thing is hydrate, eat, herbs. That's all she got. This is the three. Those are the three.
It's a good strategy.
It's a good strategy. Like
it's a good strategy. Electrolytes.
I mean,
in the water.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me. Those are her three. Like, if you deem the hallway loud, she will just retreat again and not go get food. So,
all right, let's see how it's doing today. As always, you roll with disadvantage when you're drunk. Oh my god, it's terrible. You mixed up one of the herbs or something. You rolled a 3 and a 4.
Yeah.
You mixed up one of the herbs or something, and it's just you taste.
Do we know what the attendance policy is? Like at the school? Like what is the attendance policy?
Nobody has told you anything. Like they're just told you you're expected to be at your classes. Here's your schedule. No one told you had to be at all of them.
It's fuck around and find out.
Yeah, basically.
Moss will risk it.
Dual wield.
Moss will risk it. Moss will stay home. It was not directly told to her. Like, she could not. There was no fucking student handbook that has this clearly written out. Fuck you. Not that she would read the student handbook, but she will bring it up if it helps her argument.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you make your way. You survive. I mean, that's
I survived. I think Moss's plan is to go to the cafeteria and not go to class and just hang out with the lunch ladies and munch her food for as long as she can get away with it.
Gotta munch.
Munch and hydrate. That's her plan. Oh wait, Charr.
You gonna go down to the lake?
I'm gonna start asking around for Charr.
You knock on Lark's door at some point. Lark knows.
Lark.
Also cleric, so Lark could also help.
She's awake. She's dressed.
You just hear like
showered,
knock, like
she's clean. She looks exhausted, but she's up and functioning. Moss, what can I do for you?
Moss looks like a hot mess, but like not as hot of a mess as you are right now. Because you just are on days of exhaustion, just one night.
Yeah, but everything other than like my eyes and my everything
fact
else on
that
rest. I'm
just saying, there's like hungover fucked up, and you're just like fucked up and not hungover. That says something
Yeah,
else.
there's post
Just
shower
saying.
clarity, of course, though.
There's post shower clarity. You know, there's the post shower glow in hair. You're right. Okay. Hi. Okay. Where's Charr?
he was
You know where
in his
Charr is?
room. I
He's
did.
not in his.
He might have gone down to the lake to find the child.
The child?
But yeah, the little girl dragon thingy.
Oh yeah, she's starting out so great.
Right?
She's learning druidcraft. Yeah.
Did
Okay.
she?
She's working on it. Anyway,
Aw.
it's really. I know, right? Surprisingly, apparently, I taught her really well for her to be almost get it at the first try. That's pretty good.
One day you could be a teacher here.
No. No.
Okay. Just a
Mm-mm.
thought. Okay. All right.
No.
Well,
I don't need to be further entrenched in this institution. Fuck that. Okay. Now. Okay. He's always late. I know I did this to myself, and I'm sorry. I tried curing it myself. Didn't work this time around. I think I fucked up on the herbs. No, not that type of herbs. Before you judge me.
Wait, can you let me try also? But can I also like put your hair in a ponytail?
My owl is just preening my hair.
I was like, can you just like if I could just, I could do a little bit of healing, but also can you let me just fix your hair because it's.
The owl just turns to you and like looks offended.
I'm not saying that you didn't do a good job. I'm saying that you did the best you could, but you don't have fingers or hands. That's really difficult. I mean, I cannot probably gut a mouse with my mouth like you could. See, we all have our talents. So if I could just put your hair in a ponytail.
First of all, what Moss's hair is like too short for her ponytail, so all you're gonna really get is like a tiny thing.
Sorry. Sorry. I wouldn't. You're right. I knew this. I obviously know what you look like.
No, I find this funnier. You're like, I'm like, Moss is like.
No, then I'll say. Sorry. Can I braid your hair? I'll do like a. She'll attempt like a half braid down. Like
Moss will let it happen. My owl is definitely staring at you the whole time, offended that you are undoing her hard work, but.
No, I'm sorry. This isn't about you. So I'll usher you like into the room. Now you get to see like my 3 desks and the wardrobe, and you're like, the photo that was definitely mine. It has a very specific scratch mark on it, and that's also my wardrobe. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just plop you down on the chair and then just
that feels nice.
So I'm gonna do like so like where you have like your half shaved head, then I'm gonna do like like a side braid that goes down to the bottom, like, and then clip it down there.
Cute. That felt nice. Yeah.
Do you feel a little bit better? Are you falling asleep?
Yeah.
Is it good enough that you're gonna go to class?
Now I just want a nap. Like now she's just gonna go to sleep on one of the desks. That's her desk. That's technically her desk. Like
I'll just shove her into the bed. Like I'll just like tuck her in, and then I'll make sure there's like a glass of water and like a note next to it. So like, just don't steal my plants, X Lark.
Just like Moss fully like passes out and like is fully just like gone to the world. Also, my owl is still just staring at you, like fully just staring at you.
I'll open the windows because I have a corner room, so I have 2 windows. Like, you're not trapped here, okay?
Just staring at you.
I'm sorry.
Just Acorn is just judgmental as her owner.
I have my first day plum, but you can't eat my first day plum. I'm working on a shit, sorry. What's the spell called that preserves bodies?
Revivify?
No,
other
one.
No. I'm working on a gentle repose spell, but for fruit and plants and foliage. So don't eat the plum that's under the bed. Okay. Right, just we're back.
Yeah.
after class is done. So just
Don't need the plum that's under
under
the
the bed.
Owl
Please
hops
don't eat the
on
plum.
and just like rests
the
on
bed.
Moss's antler as she's like asleep, like just fully just sitting there using it as a perch. That's what's happening.
You're small but very intimidating. Do people tell you that a lot? I bet they do. I bet they do. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go now, and I'm like collecting like I'm gonna go now. Okay. There's water in the cup. I don't have any animals for you to eat, so but the windows are open. Go kill a squirrel or something, but please don't eat it on my bed because it's white. And then when these ones are done, I'm gonna use them to make clothes. So just I'll be back. Oh, then my pencil, and then just,
You get
I'm
like
gonna collect.
of like response as you walk out. Like that's like not like the final thing.
Goodbye.
As Moss is just like passed out in your bed.
Right. I do have a really nice bed though. It's not a nest, but it's a very like cozy,
Very
they're like linen sheets, very white, lots of pillows. Yeah. Like it's a very nice bed, and it smells like lavender and bergamot, like kind of like flowery, earthy. It's really nice. Anyway, okay.
That's my favorite Bath and Body Sense oil.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna
Bergamot
wake
is
up
probably,
feeling
like,
like Lark's perfume? Like it's just gonna be all over.
Oh, there's gonna be room.
Oh my God,
If there are not
Lark.
rumors already, I request that somebody who is in the stream chat please go on and add a rumor about the fact that Moss has slept in Lark's room all night and she came out smelling like her.
There you go.
Just if you're around on the server,
And everybody else, please go on and just
gossip.
as soon as Moss comes out, please tell her how lovely she smells because she's gonna hate it. Like,
Yeah.
you smell really nice.
And like comment on the braid, It's like
At least they're all natural smells.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. This is true.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to class. I've done everything. Like I've done like the teeth brushing, I've done the showering, I've done the I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm gonna get two coffees.
I feel like as
Two
soon
very
as
large coffees and go to class.
I feel like as soon as Lark closes the door quietly to the room is when Nori's bounding down the hallway, smack into Lark. Boots.
It's just books. It's fine. Just okay. Why are you running? How do you even have that much energy?
Nori grabs her face. I have a curse.
I don't understand. Do you?
It was a werewolf.
I can't.
You punched a werewolf that bit me, and I have a fucking curse.
Oh, sorry, and I would have healed Moss before I left. Sorry.
What? I have a curse.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to undermine what you're going through. It's obviously very important. It was very traumatic. Right. Okay. Yeah. That was a lot. That was a lot that went on. Are you? Yeah. Okay. I get it. Okay. Are you okay?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Not okay.
Oh, I do. They told me I have a month to figure this out before it's permanent, and then they're like, take off all week. We don't care. And they and
okay.
Fuck.
Okay. No. Am I allowed to do Scion Shot on him yet?
Yeah, I mean you can try. You're a very low level Scion, so not Scion, you have very low level clerical Scion hybrid abilities. So we'll see how well it goes.
It's a secret. No, sorry.
So describe what you're intending to do, and then we'll see how well you do it.
Okay, without too many spoilers. Lark's intention is being like a mental healer, which is why she's kind of part Scion, part cleric. And I know Scion doesn't really exist in 5th edition, which is why I fucking hate 5th edition. But if you ever play 4th edition and you know anything about Scion, okay, we're going that kind of direction. Okay. Do you want me to? I might be able to try and help you.
Yeah. What? How?
Yeah.
What?
It's like Okay, so it involves me going into your mind, and fixing things like memories that are sharp, right? So memories that they are stressful, and they can be pointy, and that can make your brain hurt. And I can go in and find memories that are sharp and just make them a little bit duller. I mean, they're still there. They're still there, just less stabby and pointy. It's
What?
okay. So it's like all right. So like if your body is injured, right? It's a lot like healing body, like stab wounds and stuff like that, right? So like we can fix that, right? But when you have mental injuries, there are ways to fix those too. I mean, bodies are a lot more similar than minds are, so it's a little kind of you gotta kind of see once you get in there. But the idea is that if you have a memory that's like a knife, right, that's in your brain, right, and it's rattling around in there, and it's stabbing you inside, right, that's a memory that's a knife. This it's a traumatic memory, and it's sharp. Okay, and I could just go in and just grab that knife and then just file off the sides and the point. So it's still there. It's still going to bounce around, and that might not feel good, but it'll be less stabby.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Nori's just gonna turn around and just start slowly walking back to his room, really confused.
Yeah.
Now thinking about that as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But not do a great job selling that.
Nobody likes scions. Nobody likes scions.
I mean, you did offer to poke around in someone's brain and feel.
No, I didn't. No, there was the metaphors. There was already something poking in there, and I was just gonna smooth it so that it didn't poke.
It's just like in real life, except dice are like trauma, and you sand off the sharp edges.
We turn the sharp edge dice into the rounded edge dice. They're still dice. They're still there. They're still dice. They still roll. They still function. They're just hurting you less.
If you step on the D4, it won't go into your body.
I mean, it's still gonna hurt.
Easier to eat.
If it makes you feel better, Laura, Drew understands 100%. Nori's just an idiot.
It's fine.
A traumatized idiot, nonetheless.
A traumatized idiot at that.
It's been a rough 24 hours for Nori.
Absolutely get it. Nope. I absolutely get it. That's okay. It's all right. Drink lots of water. Get rest.
Okay.
Try and meditate. Talk therapy is good. Oh, you could try Noala. No, it's not Noala. I'm saying Noala because that's the way that it's written, but her name is not Noala. What is her fucking name, the cleric teacher?
Is her name not Nuala?
That's how it's written, and that's how I've been saying it, but I don't think that's how you pronounce it, so I can't remember. Anyway.
Neua.
I will never be able to say that right.
Nehua. Neua.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you already screwed it up.
No.
Oh, well.
I know. Look, you're just gonna have to. The cleric.
Her last name's Narad. If you want to say like Miss Narad.
Yeah, there you go. Professor Narad, you can go talk to her. She's the cleric professor. She is wonderful and kind, and she at least could probably get you in a better direction than I could. So,
Finger guns, and then slowly.
Still backing away.
Yeah, still backing away.
She could fucking said anything. I'm just like.
I tried to open myself up to my friend, and now everyone thinks I'm a freak.
Say that. Put it on your brain. Fuck things up.
Oh my goodness. It's fine. It's totally fine.
The building's on fire, but it's fine.
It's fine. This is fine.
All right. So for most of you, I guess Moss and Nori skip out the day. Yeah. Classic. Put on some music in the dorms while it's empty all day, and open the doors and slide around in your bare feet or socks feet.
Yeah, Nori probably has a plan to go down to the lake later in the day.
Nori, you are there are some cleaning staff and help with generally people who work at the school. They bring you your meals today, so there's just a box with food in it outside of your room at the usual times. Moss, this is not true for you. No one brings you food. You can still go
outside my actual door. I just also just makes it funny if it was outside her actual door.
Do you try to steal one of Nori's lunches?
No, she doesn't. She's passed out.
Fair enough.
She's passed out.
It's no big deal. Like, you just have to go to the cafeteria.
No, my owl like goes and brings me back like a squirrel. There's like dead squirrel.
Just like tosses on Lark's bed.
No, it's like literally on the bed, like just like right next to like the first thing when Moss wakes up is gonna just be like squirrel.
Like the one thing that Lark asked, don't let it bring its kills on my bed, and immediately chuck on the bed. Oh,
Acorn is just doing her best.
Doing her best. Okay, yeah. Let's take a break from all this chaos. So yeah, day goes as normal. After your normal study hall, it is time for Dragon Club. You guys got to debrief that party. You got to talk about what you saw and how you think you saw a dragon after everyone left.
Who is showing up though?
So who is in Dragon Club? This is an excellent question.
Oh, so this is more of a decision that we kind of get to make on the fly now. Okay. So
I'll tell you which NPCs and stuff, but you guys decide for yourselves first.
I mean, of course, Saucelan's there. I'm there. I think Earnest, I'm not sure if he's up to it after a party night, but
Earnest is fresh as a daisy.
Perfect. Okay, refreshed over whatever happened.
He's a divine soul sorcerer. He doesn't get hungover. He has a divine soul.
All those divine souls, they really do refresh. Is there anybody in the server who would be in Dragon Club? Because I mean, there is a club room in there, but I think it's
there is absolutely. So I'm going to pull them up. Is Moss a member of Dragon Club?
Not today.
Moss is officially not a member of Dragon Club, but she'll show up to meetings. Does that make sense? Like she's on paper she doesn't exist in Dragon Club, but then she'll just like show up like halfway through and like hang out for like half the time. That's what Moss is doing.
You're gonna be signed in, and it's gonna be Char's handwriting.
Yeah. Yep.
You were here,
and then she's gonna sneak back in and like erase it every time because she's a rogue. So it's just gonna be like you'll do it in the beginning, and then it'll be gone later.
So as far as people on the server go, there are not many people. The only people on the server who've joined, or the only person on the server who so far has joined Dragon Club is Zara Kincaid. You recognize her immediately as the girl you ran into this morning, who is also going back to her room.
Cool.
You know at this angle and the, with more light, you see that while she is kind of like a your traditional kind of brunette half elf, she also has what look like very small dragon horns coming out of her skull.
Okay.
Okay. So she's quick to explain that she's a dragon-blooded sorcerer, and she loves dragons. So she's here. Other people, Sozlin's here. He's got your back. He's always here for fun. You also have, I'm going to say Vera came. Vera's going to check it out. She's not sure if she's going to be a full member, but she had a good time with you guys at the party. And Enris is here, as we said. And then the last person is someone you haven't, and then a couple of you haven't met yet. So just general kind of people. You've got about, actually, I'm going to say it's about the same as last night, probably. Let's find out. Oh, you got a few new members. There's 16 people who show up at Dragon Club, including you.
I think we need a bigger room.
So, I mean, on the first day, you had 10 members and 6 people heard about what happened last night, and they wanted to come to Dragon Club today.
All right. Well.
Oh, there we go. There's a good point. Corbin is probably also in Dragon Club, right? Corbin strikes me as the pie vampire.
So.
He's probably in Dragon Club, right? Come on, it's the really cool kids.
Oh, I didn't expect this kind of raving and ranting and.
This is why I said host a party. Look how well that worked.
Yeah, I to like aside to you. I hope that they're here for dragons and not more gossip, but I'll live with it for now.
There's also dragon gossip. Like the two could coexist in certain.
The dragon gossip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Zara nods and she's like, that's absolutely true. Like brass dragons, they are, I mean, I'm part brass dragon, so you know, they talk a lot. And she like clearly is trying not to like take over the meeting.
See, I've never met a brass dragon. I've only seen writings of gold dragons and heard rumors of the different metallic dragons. Does anybody have any experience with dragons? And I look over at Enris.
Enris is like, I do. And he like kind of like looks to you like, am I supposed to stand up? Is there a process I need to do here?
No, this is all casual. This this is meeting, I guess, too, but I just would like to know more about dragons, and I think that's the goal for all of us here. Maybe learn some dragon culture. Maybe create
a guest speaker.
Oh, we can get a guest speaker at some point. Speaking of, I know I put the spotlight on you, Enris, but it's been eating at the back of my head. There is a dragon in the lake, and I saw it.
You found him.
And I saw it. It's young, very little. But there I was, after the wolf mishap in the woods. I went back to the little shrine. I see it sparkling in the water, and I jump in right after it. A flick of its tail, a glimmer in its eye, and it swims away. I'm gonna get it to come back and say hello to us. One of these days.
I just want you to reflect on how creepy that may sound.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna get what? Hold on. I'm not gonna kidnap a dragon. Also, that sounds very difficult.
But like even if you don't kidnap it, forced friendships aren't a good thing either. So like, just
business. Business for now, because they're different.
Yeah, that's fine too. I just wanted you to be. I just don't. It would be bad for me and everyone here for you not to be self-aware and reflective. That's all.
Fair. Note taken. Notebook. Writes down. Puts back pocket.
Don't kidnap dragons, even if they're cool. Especially if they're cool.
As someone who sees himself as a lesser to dragons, it's not my place.
Lesser dragon.
But I think I want to do a lake trip and see if we can all meet this dragon, just to experience what it is to see a young dragon in life. I have very, 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 as a kobold, minimal experience with dragons, and it seems like everyone else has some sort of stronger experience. But we can change this today. Not today. Soon. Start today. Huh?
Excellent. Give me a quick performance check with advantage.
Performance.
You're getting advantage because everyone who's in Dragon Club likes dragons, so they're already predisposed to like what you say.
Mm-hmm. Performance check. Oh, that's pretty good. 21.
Okay. I believe that means you have solidified your role as president of Dragon Club. I feel like there's some kind of thing, like, are you the gold dragon of Dragon Club? Like, are they ranked by, you know?
That's a great thing to establish. So if I don't like the idea of a hierarchy too much, and that's one thing that I do wish to change upon dragons, kobold culture. I feel like that is time to evolve past. But for the time being, if I am to be your elected, I guess you could put it, chosen, or head of the Dragon Club. It's getting warm in here. I could be the gold scaled. And if I am, I would need a I guess a vice president. The silver scaled. Silver scaled sounds cool. Gold scaled, silver scaled. And he starts mumbling off about different dragon types and like what the hierarchy.
Is it fair to assume that and I'm asking in the chat, is it fair to assume that Corbin would like to be up there? As I mentioned, Corbin is very excited about the meeting. His you find out very quickly that his mom is actually a dragon.
Mere faint.
So like dragonborn vampire. And also brought pies, bought mini snack pies for everybody. So everyone gets mini snacks during the meeting.
I hope Corbin has some recipes from Mother.
It's just like the freshman 15 is just pure pie weight.
The freshman
Everybody
15
with
pie
Corbin
weight.
on campus, yeah.
Everybody
It's
gonna
not a
get
bad thing.
those thick pie legs.
We're also working out almost every day, so I feel like it balances out.
Yep.
So that would be my suggestion, is that probably Corbin would be a lovely second in command for you. The other obvious choice is Soslin. Soslin is 100% behind you.
Mm-hmm. A good counsel. We could have two hands, because I mean, with most of us here, our bipedalness, we do have a left and right hand, and some of us are ambidextrous, some of us are left-handed and right. We have time to work it out and the kinks, but Corbin, if you would like, I do offer this to you, who is so enthused.
So excited! I got a big old dragon head, big old dragon sweetie head. So if you want to go talk to Corbin, the second command of Dragon Club, he's on the server. As you continue down the path of who's going to be what thing, and you haven't decided what these roles do, is there a treasurer, what are the rules, you just ranked people.
What do
They
clubs
don't actually
need?
have jobs. But you work your way down, and eventually you get to brass, as what Zara had mentioned was her person, or her dragon, was a brass dragon. And when she mentions that, Earnest looks at her, and they start having this little side conversation. They're talking super quick and using a lot of jargon you aren't familiar with. So give me what kind of role do I want for that? I guess that would be insight to figure out what they're talking about. They're not hiding it from you. They are talking in common, but they're just, when you hear two people who have the same education, and you're just kind of what do you, and then there's enough clues you could figure it out though.
I have been on point with these roles. It's a 19.
Beautiful. As they chat, you realize that they are talking about various dragons, and the dragon that they know is the same dragon.
Yeah?
They know the same brass dragon.
Well,
so in performance class, when Earnest is talking about how his family knew a dragon, and he'd been kind of a family friend, it turns out that Zara's family is family friends with the exact same dragon.
Was the dragon Earnest knew a black dragon or a brass dragon?
Brass. Sorry, I misspoke.
Okay, I'm gonna.
If I said black.
Time to make note.
In his original form, he was black, but I'm using him from another game, so.
That works. I am making note of this before I forget, because I want to not forget. It's a young brass dragon.
He's a young brass dragon, and his name is Akendra Latienden, which you will remember forever because you have dragon name knowledge.
I do have it written down too, so I will. I will remember it as long as I can find it.
So yeah, that's just they're just kind of like, what? That's so cool! Oh my gosh, why is that? And they're just kind of getting into it. But yeah, they're not really talking to anybody else, but the rest of you can kind of whisper and talk about what's going on if you like.
I'm actually gonna go over to the two of them and see if it's more of a location based on where I guess I'm gonna open the question up to anybody who's had dragon encounters or are aware of dragons. is there like a common thread of where these dragons exist, or are they all over? Do they make their lairs in certain places on the continent, or on the other continents? I don't really know much about the world besides what we're standing on, honestly. But if I was to send back some sort of correspondence to my family back in Gobara, do you think we could get some sort of communication lineup? I would like that very much so.
Are we in this class, Moss?
This is Dragon.
Sorry, club. Sorry, are we in this club?
Moss showed up like halfway through, like just like
you show up
little...
as they're gossiping about this dragon, and then like, what's going on?
Yeah, what's
I
going
feel
on?
like I'm at the back, like.
Okay, you need to sleep because I know your bed is comfy now. Like,
Did you bring coffee?
I did bring. I feel like she does have coffee.
God.
Also, I am so sorry.
I'm gonna take the lid off and like.
Yeah, yep. There you go. I put a lot of sugar in it for you too. There you go.
Yeah.
Acorn kind of did bring a squirrel for me into your room. I'm sorry. I did clean it up.
Oh my God, are there entrails on my bed? Because if there's
no, like it was a really nice whole squirrel. Like, it was just no entrails on your hip.
Okay,
Promise. I cleaned it up. I didn't know where you have your extra sheets, but I cleaned it up as best I can. But I'm sorry, but Acorn is an owl right now, so
yeah.
I
think he was mad at me.
And she just has this look that she gives most people. I don't think she's mad at you.
Is it just her face?
It's an owl. Like she's an owl. Like, and in that moment, like the fey glitter comes back, and then like there is the acorn is on Moss's shoulder again.
That woke me up.
It's just that face. See, look, there's that. Is that what wakes you up? I just have my familiar pop in and out and like puffs of glitter to wake Lark.
It's like a constant part. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Whenever I see you almost falling asleep, we'll do that. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. We solved the problem for now. But you do need to sleep. Like,
oh no, like I will. It's not like I don't sleep. I do sleep. It just
not sleep.
It's not quality sleep, obviously.
Oh no, it's not this week.
I just want to point out that you are a cleric and I am a rogue bard who's telling you that you need sleep and you are being resistant.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just want to point out that the role should probably be reversed and that maybe you should also reflect like I told Charr to. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, we find one dragon together. Now you think you can just tell me when to sleep? Well,
I'm telling you to. I'm advising you to.
I will sleep. I'm advising you that I will sleep when I need to sleep.
It's a shame.
I'm also that I'm going to try and take your cup of coffee as well.
It's a shame that Lark is a half elf, is a high elf because no one can actually force Lark to go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, there is a way. It's called knocking her out.
That's
so,
true.
like,
you could beat her.
We can get real. If we get real desperate,
unconscious is an option.
Unconscious is an option.
Your friends just lynch you in the street and then make you take a nap.
It's for your own good. I love you.
Moss will do it if necessary.
So for the main bit of Dragon Club, though, as Charr has been trying to figure out where the dragons are sighted, Soslin ran off and comes back with a map from the library. You can tell it's one of the ones they have around the campus. And everybody basically grabs you pass around a quill, and everybody marks down where they've seen a dragon, if they have.
Bless. Bless too.
Thank you. They always come in pairs for me. And everybody has their number. Mine's pairs.
It's 1 or 10 for me.
1 or 10?
It's like 1, a rare second, or it's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's always
2 for me. I don't know. Yeah, so everyone comes in and everyone starts it's kind of like the pin the tail and donkey, except it's like spot the place where the dragon was. People who think they saw dragons, they just do a little X, and then people who talk to a dragon or confirm dragon sighting has a circle around it. So you have like hearsay, I heard there's dragons here. And Soslin hands you the quill last and says, Are you sure that it was a dragon? Because if you saw one at the lake, you should put it down. And he hands you the quill.
Quill.
You put an X or a circle X?
I'm gonna circle, but a question mark next to it in parentheses, very, very faintly, and maybe it doesn't fully write onto it.
That's such a bisexual answer.
Don't call him out. Don't call him out.
One right on the fence.
I do both. What do you mean you do both?
I do both in a neither way.
I said A or B, and then you made up C.
C works for either, though.
Oh boy! All right. Fair enough. I didn't say you couldn't. That's the joy of D&D. The joy of D&D is that no one listens.
I think Sozlan also kind of calls him out too at the same time. I'm like, this doesn't. Rolls up the map.
Like...
I'm gonna actually unroll it, put it on the wall. Who has tax? Who's tall?
You're lucky that actually somebody made a size chart on the server, and Corbin is indeed the tallest person. So you get that thing straight up there. Like he's the polar opposite of you. Like what, 7 foot something?
That's like 2 of me.
Yeah,
more.
Yeah, like 2 of you in a trench coat.
2 of me in a trench coat with high heels and also platforms and stilts.
Enris is just like, ooh, styling.
Me and Sozlan in a trench coat. Uh-oh. You were not supposed to talk about what goes on in that trench coat. That's a different thing, though. But that's a different thing. So yeah.
There you go. 7'2". Corbin is 7'2".
7'2". Not as tall as World Wrestling Federation Andre the Giant. I think he was 7'8".
There you go.
But he's not a Dragonborn. That's a good thing.
What a weird thing, which is because he's a Dragonborn.
So that's hung up.
Yeah, it'll take you a while to analyze exactly what the themes are here, but from a general kind of quick look, there's actually quite a few sightings that aren't far from Gobera.
Do we have summers off or any breaks between years at all?
Between semesters, you have about a month off.
A month, okay, so enough to travel back home and back.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Very faint amount of time.
Yeah, Lark could get home and then come immediately back if Lark was to ever go home.
Right.
But it's kind of I mean, she who will not be named, but it's kind of like Hogwarts, right? People can stay on campus if they want.
True.
Like, there's still food, there's still places to sleep.
It's like magical college.
You're not giving up your dorm.
Fair. Okay, fair enough. All right.
So if you want to go home for between breaks, you can, and if you want to stay, you can stay.
I think that's going to be something that is going to be explored about for those who don't want to go back home or have no need to go back home, if they want to do that exploration as like a month-long journey between.
Oh, you guys could
semesters.
go on a little adventurous quest between. I like that. So you could have like a little month away dragon hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't see your family, but
they might come. There'll be at least one caravan that shows up to bring me back. I'm like, we're not going back. Okay.
So yeah, you have some good sightings. Enra suggests that people do some more reading in the library if people are serious about wanting to go on this kind of adventure campaign. And we should figure out a path, basically, which way that you guys are going to take for your spring vacation trip.
I'm excited for that. I'm gonna get the map actually like drawn up, I think, with what we already have for our continent too. So
yeah, I'll get you the picture, and we can actually put where all the dragon sightings are, with whatever details you have. You can have them written in the color that the dragon is. You do whatever you like. But yeah, so spring break is already in planning now. Overall, a very successful club. You established who's in charge. You came up with kind of a goal for the end of the semester, and you found out that you actually know some dragons to a fair degree between members of your club. So it seems like you might actually be able to get a dragon to come and speak to you guys.
Guest speaker dragon flies in, has a little tie.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring your dragon to work day.
Bring your dragon to work.
Bring your work to Dragon Day, as I'll call it.
Oh man.
I work.
Thank you, young small creature.
Bye.
Excellent. Good job. Good Dragon Club. I think that was a very successful meeting. Charr still does not think that you know what, never mind. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'll work on it.
Somebody does ask at one point, like, hey guys, like, isn't that new girl gonna come today? Aqua? And like half the group is like, and the other half's like, yeah, where is she?
Aqua. Was Aqua the
She was the little human girl and the blonde hair and the
Dragon.
blue.
Oh, she doesn't go here.
There's nobody. Oh,
What do you mean she doesn't
God.
go here? How should she go here? Everyone goes here.
Well, I mean, not everyone goes here. I mean, I'm the only one out of my city who goes here.
She's fucking dragon.
You roll perception to see if you hear
God.
Lark just quietly being like, she's a dragon.
9.
9.
Nope.
Okay. Nope. You, Charr, you get to live in obliviousness for another week.
Worse than my passive. That's incredible.
I'm gonna let them figure it out. I'm gonna let them figure it out.
If you actually, you know what? If you roll less than your passive, I'll let you take your passive. That's just.
No,
that's,
it's oh well.
No?
That's okay. I'll fine. 10 is 10 is a 10, but I don't think it's gonna still work.
I mean, it's okay. If it's a 10, you're still not gonna get it. But for the future. So okay. Yeah. You don't know where Aqua is. I guess she doesn't go here.
I always thought that she was living out in the woods near the lake, but she ran off after the werewolf thing and haven't seen her since.
Thoslin's like, she probably got she was probably scared because of the wolf. She's almost as little as us. She's probably scared.
She might be a little embarrassed because she's trying to kiss Nori. Well, I don't know if it was a kiss. It seemed like it was more of a it might be cultural differences. I'll chalk it up to that.
I mean, well, but she was a human, right?
I mean,
did she have like any like I don't remember her like full description in her human form. Was it just a like a regular like pretty looking human person or
Yeah, exactly.
Child.
child?
She,
She was a child.
Not
Yeah,
a
no,
child.
she was young,
Child.
like teen, like young teen.
yeah, she came across as like her attitude was very bubbly and like a preteen who was hanging out with teenagers, you know? Like her attitude was very like, you guys are so cool.
Who put the 16-year-old here with all these 20-year-olds?
Yeah, like
Ugh.
you know, like being the one 16-year-old at a party with the, you know.
That's when you kick out the pop punk guy because he's gonna be a creep. That's all.
So who's that of our
Oh,
group
I do not want there to be a canon groomer here. Okay.
Oh, good point.
Canon
I just
groomer
meant
got
who's-
expelled and almost had
yeah.
the shit kicked out of him.
I
so
just
that's
meant who's
good.
the creepy person, but no, you're right. That's pretty bad.
I think there's probably it's probably like a what are like the everyone likes to give like the Durgar and Drow bad reps because you know, oh, they're always supposed to be evil or neutral aligned or whatever that awful shit. I bet
Yeah.
there's a few people that have like said rumors about like a Durgar or a Drow who's in the school. It's like, what are they doing here? Why are they being all weird and why are they here? Like, I bet there's shit like that, but they don't
Yep.
groom people. Looking at you, groomers.
I hope they're not on our stream.
Yeah, me fucking too. Chance to leave. The door is up there. That X button up at the top of the screen.
I do want to point out though that Laura's logic for why she knew that that Akko was a dragon.
No. Sorry, that was the first thing where I was like, she's not normal. She's not okay. There was a whole lot of hints.
Because she's never had a salad.
That was the first thing that I was like, and then nobody continued on.
Yeah. The second that the conversations were weird and like you're using weird means of speaking, you're not a human. But I did not pick up on that because I'm not a human either.
So she said all that she eats is fish.
Yeah,
fish
same.
flavored with everything that she could find around the riverbed.
Anything.
Like dragon.
That's her favorite meal.
Favorite meal
Dragon.
is
Dragon.
that fish.
I've jumped.
My favorite meal is that
Dragon.
fish right there.
That specific trout.
Right now
That
it
was
is.
so good. Oh, look at these bones. I had that for dinner last night. So yummy.
Dragon. We found a dragon's trove with dragon. Everything points to dragon.
You didn't take
one
the gold,
dragon.
so it's probably a smart move.
If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, or what
It's a
did they
witch.
say?
If
Or
it
what-
floats
what's
like
probably
a
a
witch.
ranger.
When you hear horses, don't think zebras. It's horses. It's horses.
When you think duck,
Fucking
don't think
dragon.
horses.
Yes. There's a better,
Oh my
analogy.
Dusk Doggo. Lark is the campus conspiracy theorist.
Well,
I am
only on
now.
things that she's right about so
Was
far.
Dusk Doggo also the person who said that I was a K-pop stan? Because I feel like they are after me. I feel like Dusk Doggo, I feel like you
Coming at you with the cobalt pop or
I feel
whatever.
like you're coming at me. I feel like you're coming at me. I'm nearly positive. Or were they the person that said that I would believe? No. I'm pretty sure that
She looks like she'd bully me.
yeah.
Mwah. Mwah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent chat fodder. Excellent. Now you scared Dust Doggo away, just like I'm not admitting to anything anymore.
They'll be back.
Thank
They'll be
you,
back. They always
Buddy
come back.
Loves.
They'll know. Although Moss did get you kind of started on this whole trail with thinking that the school's evil and stuff. So you do have a lot of theories about conspiracy. You know what? It's because you haven't been sleeping.
Don't drink that ghost drink because that's gonna
There's
fuck
a
you
lot
up
of
right
coffee.
now.
Do it.
I
Do
was
it.
for very many hours. Yeah. It's okay, fine. Yeah. I think maybe things aren't going really well at this particular moment. But I have I have reasons. I have things written down. Okay. I have notes.
At the end of the club, as you guys are all packing up, somebody says, "Has anyone seen Nori today or like checked in on him?"
Oh, yeah, I saw him briefly in the hallway. He was well, like a little scared. I might have added to that, but I think he's in his room.
What do you mean you added to it? What'd you do?
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Somebody in the back's like, bully him.
There is no bullying allowed in this room. Who said that? I'm too short. I mean,
I didn't bully him. I was trying to help him. And I just don't think he was in a place where he was, ready for it. I mean, it was a long night. He got bitten by a werewolf, and apparently he's cursed, and I have to stop talking. So I need to go
By
to
a werewolf? Someone else.
Mouth on face, like fully blocking you from speaking.
I
It
shut
was
the door.
really a werewolf?
And I'm gonna put my hands right over Moss's hand.
Like
I
my
shut the
owl comes
door.
back and it's just staring at you with that horrible glare that makes you question everything.
I shut the door to the room and I say to everybody in there,
if you, any of you, if the word spreads, if the word even spreads that Nori is cursed, we know it came from this room. Or if you hear somebody talking about it and you don't think they have any relation, Nip that in the bud. We don't want that spreading unless
Well,
Nori
then
wants it
who
spreading.
started the fucking gossip board? Huh? Who started the gossip board?
The
I didn't
gossip
start the
board?
fucking gossip
I'm
board.
gonna roll to see if anybody in the club is gonna tell. You're
Can-
you're gonna
Can
roll.
we make an intimidation check?
I can.
So, actually, you know what? You can do this. Give me an intimidation check. But because it's the people on the server and I've seen you monsters, 3 dice for disadvantage.
3 dice disadvantage.
I'm gonna give,
Jesus.
So 3 disadvantage,
okay.
so 4 d20s.
Can I give Charr the help action and a bardic dice?
Yes.
Okay, so that would make it two disadvantage dice with the help action.
So I'm rolling a total of 2d20 plus
A D6.
the D6
Okay, but you're
below.
gonna have to give me like, how are you making Charr look more intimidating? Like, are you standing behind him like, what? What?
Yep,
What?
I'm gonna have the owl go on his shoulder and just stare everyone down.
Um,
Just stare. Just like stare into their
Aw.
souls.
Corbin's gonna start a monster support group.
I love that, Corbin. Thank you.
Corbin's the sweetest. The
We
sweet
love
baby.
Corbin. I'm totally not biased with my
Uh,
other characters flirting with them. And
I know that the command spell is supposed to be towards a single target, I believe. No, it's 60 feet range. No, to a creature. It's to one creature.
you can do that after when we can have someone do an insight check to figure out who is going to spill the beans, and then use the
Okay.
command spell. This
All
is
right.
the.
Okay, so this is for the insight, not the intimidation for me saying.
I feel like we should do the intimidate. Well, we have to do the intimidation first. I think.
And is the intimidation with the disadvantage?
Just the dude.
Just one, just a regular disadvantage because Luna's
regular
helping.
disadvantage. Moss is helping you intimidate these poor cops.
Next question.
Yes.
If I'm helping to intimidate, can I use like flavor from Path to the Grave, which is my channel divinity as an action?
If you want to, I also rolled 2 16s, and that's without the bonus.
Nobody's helping Charr. Charr is exactly as good as Charr is.
That
Roll
is
that
a
D6.
23 total.
23.
That's practically a crit for me. So I mean,
Oof.
practically on the numbers.
Oof.
Hey.
Okay. Well, at least for all of the NPCs who were in that room, no one is going to start a rumor. If you exist on the server and you also are at Dragon Club, you can roll to try not to keep a secret. And if you don't,
I'll be looking at your rolls, guys. I'll catch you if you be a 23 or not.
Sorry,
I'm
Nori.
watching.
I'm sorry.
I'm watching, just
sorry,
like my
Nori.
owl staring into your soul.
It was bound to happen eventually, right?
So
Corbin's just in the back, terrified, just eating pies, like just sitting in the
I
corner,
feel so
tail
bad,
thumping,
Corbin.
like.
would I even be suspicious of Corbin at that point? Because Corbin, I feel like, is the
No.
sweetest angel so far.
Corbin is the sweetest angel.
Corbin's very sweet. If anybody is suspicious, it's definitely Stephen the cleric. He's an NPC, but he loves gossip. He like basically runs around. He's like, I love gossip. Everywhere he goes.
If
If
he's the one I'm
someone's gonna tell,
pinpointing.
he's the weak link. That's
If
all.
I've seen him before, because if he's in one of my classes,
Is he in one of Lark's classes?
well, if he's a cleric, he's in my cleric class. He's gonna be in my classes, yeah. But I want to. I'm sorry. I'm still trying not to be sick. So I have channeled divinity, Path to the Grave. I'm hoping that I can use that just for like intimidation purposes. It's supposed to be like to target a creature and then they're cursed. So I'm just
Okay.
hoping that like I can like
Are you gonna
build
curse
up
Stephen?
No, I'm not gonna curse anybody, but like I hope that like when you're casting the spell that it's like
Oh, it's intimidating. It's
darkness and clouds and
Yeah.
like before I
Great clerics are pretty fucked up. They're pretty freaky.
Hell yeah.
No offense.
Hell yeah.
So the first Dragon Club goes well, except that you all furiously intimidate every other member of the club. So we will see who shows up next week.
no one's coming back.
That's a
Honestly-
really aggressive week.
Honestly,
I swear.
honestly, the
Any
people
of
who
you.
don't understand why we're intimidating them to keep their mouth shut and respect Nori's
They
privacy,
shouldn't be
we
here.
don't want them around anyway.
You're right.
They're assholes.
Yep.
So honestly, we're just
We're really
calling
good.
her. Just, hot take.
Oh my god, I'm agreeing with you again.
Oh my god, did we just
Oh,
become
look, it's
friends?
almost as if I'm right a decent amount of
I
times.
didn't say that you were never right. I'm just saying that sometimes I'm a jerk about it. That's all.
I open the door again, and I say to both Lark and Moss, I'm gonna go check on Nori. You guys.
I think I'm gonna go with you. I haven't seen him yet either. I had a really bad hangover, so I didn't go to see him. I'm gonna go with you if that's okay.
I know you look tired, Lark, but
I'm
you seem
not
like you're wide
gonna
awake.
go. I
I have the owl proof
once
back and glitter in that moment to wake you up again.
Oh, don't.
Yeah. I saw him once. I don't think he really particularly wants to see me again so soon. I'm going to go get some more coffee, but you guys go. Send him my best.
Yeah, after seeing you this morning, I also slid some tea under your door. I don't know if it's the right kind. I don't drink tea myself. It's just a tea that somebody said was good.
That's what that was.
Just
I've
because
had two people. I've had two people slide tea under my door. Rowan also put tea under my door. She's not been sleeping well.
Okay, so before we go to that, I apologize, Ian. I should have let you know this. Dragon Club, one of the members brings a beautiful, thick tome, which is now called the Dragon Tome, and it is where you guys have been writing all of your notes. So you guys are going to have this beautiful book at the end. So you have the dragon.
It has like the gold leaf edges.
And
tell me.
It's gold leaf. Yeah. It's gilded. It's got like beautiful leather, but like it's been shaped like scales. It's somebody used a lot of money to buy this in town. So you as the leader of the Dragon Club, you keep this book. So it is pretty heavy.
Oh, I can lift. That's fine. I have no issue with
oh yeah, like
carrying weight.
it's just big, right? Like just like
it works as its own backpack, stool, and also a seat.
Like, this is a really specific pull for people. It's going back quite a ways. But anyone ever watched The Guild? And late seasons of The Guild, there's the one douchebag, and he has a giant book that he opens, and he calls it blogging, like when he journals.
It's Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton is the character. I will find a picture of it, but that's what this book looks like. It is the villain from the final season of The Guild. His
oh my god, what's his name? Because he answered the phone. Go for.
Oh, I don't remember. But if you haven't seen The Guild, it was great back in the
Guild.
Back in
Felicia
the day.
Will Wheaton's in it. Yeah, it's World of Warcraft based, but fantastic.
Okay, awesome. So you have the Dragon Tome. I just want to make sure that you have that written down because that is important. That is an important item for you. If you were in a video game, it would be in your key item slot.
So I can't get it off my person.
You can't. Well, you can leave it in your room, or you can leave it, or you can have it on you. But otherwise, you can't leave it. All right, let's go visit Nori.
Nori.
Oh, do you guys bring anything for Nori?
I just go right to his room.
Straight there. Okay, go ahead then.
There's no response voice-wise, but you do hear this little thud every now and again against the wall.
All right. Can I do like the reverse of the water dog thing? Like my owl like just kind of poofs at the other side of the door and then creeps forward into the room.
Amazing.
A poof of fake glitter happens like right at the doorway, but on your side of the door. And there's an owl that you recognize as Moss is familiar, and just like does like the owl waddle closer to you.
What your owl would see is this watered wolf. Nori has wild shaped into a wolf and is just sitting there looking really dejected.
Dogs are so emotive when they're upset.
Ears are down, just like knocking a ball against the wall.
It's a ball.
Okay. So Moss is looking through her familiar's eyes and just reporting this back. Yeah, so looks like he's a wolf, but a water wolf, like a normal wolf. It didn't seem like the weird wolf that bit up. I think it's just cloud shape. I'm gonna have my owl like go closer, just like go right up to it and make like a woo sound to get his attention. Just
out of nowhere, your owl gets tackled by Mochi, but in a fun way.
Okay, like in a playful way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna roll for my poor owl. She's fine with it.
Just laying there with little long feet, just.
Yeah, the wings are like slightly flapping, like it's trying to get up and play around with it back. And like she can't really play correctly because the water animals, she can't like do the normal things she would do to play, but she's trying very hard.
Little claws just go through Mochi, just.
Yeah.
Moss, do we just open this door? What's going on? I can't see.
Okay, so I feel like we should just open this door.
Yeah, door's unlocked.
It's unlocked. I was about to say, like, I was just gonna break into your room if we had to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you pick it?
I kind of want it to be locked so we can break it.
It was locked. I think you misheard me.
You pick it and it's locked after? What did I do wrong?
No, you actually reverse picked it.
Nori, why is your room unlocked? And then I unlock it this time. Let's see how badly I do. I'm just gonna roll since our DM is gone. I rolled a natural 18. We're fine. We get it.
Party.
We get it. I feel like we're like the cartoon when like the two heads like pop in from the door frame. Like,
did you see this super sad looking dog wolf?
Did you reverse clean your hammock?
No, everything's still.
So it looks like, oh my goodness. What if it looks like a dead body?
What did you do with Nori?
Yeah. And Nori.
I feel like Nori would come out of the wild shape at that point. Hey, I just wanted to try out what it's gonna be like. It's not so bad. I kicked a ball.
Okay.
That wasn't a raccoon.
And no.
No, it wasn't.
Right.
Do you need a hug? I feel like you need a hug.
Yeah.
You get high, I get low.
Cursed!
I hug your legs.
Oh. Yeah, just like we have like another like just right. I would try to lift you, except Moss is weak, so
I can lift you.
we're like gonna attempt to prop you up.
The headmaster came, and then I Nori looks over at the hammock. I had to clean, and then they scanned me with magic, and then I'm cursed.
Okay. Is it like how permanent of a curse we're talking?
They said I've got a month to figure things out to fix it, and if not, then yeah, no, it's
like are you just on your own to try to fix it, or do they give you any resources?
They said there's no one here that can do anything about it, but they sent out some letters, I think, and they're looking. They also said that there's like this place I could go, but I didn't like the tone of that. It kind of sounds like, you know, when you were younger and your parents said that, you know, the fish is going off to the farm.
Well, that's just how she speaks, so I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah, the farm was our kitchen.
Oh, no.
Also, I'm glad you said you have 1 month to figure out. I thought you were going to say 1 month to live, and I was very scared for a brief moment, but I guess I'm still scared. A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a month. They sent out letters, and you know, maybe we can ask around, see if students have connections.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
I feel a little bit bad because, like, Lark was trying to tell me something about, like, going inside my brain, and it just confused me. And, like, a lot of weird things are happening. There was that, like, that water chick down by the lake, and like that was weird. And then like I've got Lark who wants to go in. Well, she didn't say. She said she could go inside my brain, but that was kind of weird. I got a curse, and that's kind of weird.
Everything's a lot to take in. Yeah, that's a lot.
What a stressful 24 hours.
Yeah.
Can I get you anything? Have you
You want to go to the lake?
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay.
I'm down to go to the lake.
Yeah, some good water therapy is always good. That's good.
We can go for a little swim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's go for a quick dive at the lake. That might be nice. I'll bring something to cook with.
We should probably get you some food too because you've just been locked in here all day.
They brought me actually some food. Mochi ate most of it, but
Oh yeah. Also, we tried to look up Mochi and Acorn, who are still trying to play on the ground.
yeah, I would imagine at this point, like Acorn is inside of Mochi, just like.
Technically, she's a Fae familiar, so she doesn't really need to breathe the same way.
It is adorable.
So there's an owl inside of a water
Completely,
dog.
completely translucent, so you can just see.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a sight.
Wait, I need to see how this looks. I'm so sorry. I poof Acorn out just to see how the glitter explosion looks inside.
Magical. I don't know if y'all have seen those new things that are going around where it's like the mica powder inside, like the glycerin and stuff. There's a little dice inside and you can shake it.
That's
I would
what it looks
imagine
like.
that's how it looks inside
Yeah,
of Mochi right
that's
now.
great.
I got for my holiday season a thing of drink glitter.
Yeah,
It's that.
that.
It's an Aroma
Yeah.
Joe's or fancy Chardonnay look. I would say that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Mochi looks super fancy right now.
Yeah. And then I poof her back in so they can keep playing. But it was like I needed to see the effect.
Okay, so
Oh, look at them. They're having fun.
Yeah, I think Mochi's probably having more fun.
Oh yeah. I agree. Acorn
Just
is
like
trying.
little kicks from Acorn every now and again.
You know what? I might turn Acorn into a dog just so that they can properly play for a little bit.
Oh,
That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
that-
You know what? I'll do that at the lake.
star wipe to the lake.
Star wipe to the lake. Everyone else is swimming, and then Moss is here doing like the find familiar ritual to change Acorn into a dog so that she can properly play with Mochi.
I meant like the part of the lake where it's like not commonly swimming, where there's like all the reeds and all that. And I
Oh
keep
yeah.
jabbing my hand into the water trying to grab what I think is a fish stroke going by. I'm getting frustrated. I'm gonna stop. I just walk back over to Moss and have you thrown anything for them to try to catch? And do you think they would like to play a game of throw catch or whatever? What do dogs do like that? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they like to. I mean, Mochi likes to play catch. And then Nori's going through the bag, throws out a couple things here and there, and just like there's like a little squeaky ball.
I was expecting a heart. I don't know why. A little.
Just ripped out a fresh heart.
Squeaky little heart. It's a squeaky little one.
Right in the chest.
Oh
Sorry,
God,
my
that
dog
is
is now upset.
Like, you did what?
You took my toy for the camera.
For a bit.
Is my life a joke to you?
He's highly upset. Oh.
Oh,
Sleepy.
buddy.
Poor baby. You owe him like so many treats after this
So
now.
many treats.
At
I got
least
you, buddy.
2.
But yeah, it pulls out a little squeaker ball and he's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. You can like skip it on the water and gives it a good like flick and he goes, yeah.
little Mochi goes, touches the water, melts into it.
Yeah. Comes up and like a Jaws scene with the little barrels just
And DM willing, am I allowed to change Acorn into a dog just so she can play with Mochi? Like, is that DM approved?
Yeah, we'll say since it has no statistical method or reasoning.
Flavor-wise.
So we have what is known as a pocket pit bull, which is just a small pit bull, is what Acorn appears as.
Oh, privileged Staffy. Oh, my
It's
heart.
a small pit bull. It's just now playing,
Aw.
and it's not quite acting like a pit bull, like not acting like a true dog. Like there's still like something a little off.
The one back leg is still an owl. Like...
Yeah, like the way that she's walking is like still like a little like I don't know what to do in this form yet. Like
Little beak at the end of the nose. Not very
Yeah, like,
actual useful.
Terrifying.
It's
the eyes
horrible.
are still like owl eyes.
It's like the dog who really wanted the cupcake, but it's
This dog like rotated its head too, like an owl. Like this is getting terrifying.
I'm waiting for you to throw.
Throw the
Looks
ball,
back.
master.
After that first throw happens, Charr says to Nori, "Do you not to bring it back up? And do you know what you're planning on doing at this point? Like, are you gonna try to hold on to the what is it like lycanthropy?"
I've got no idea what I'm gonna do. They gave me a full week to where they said I could go to class or I could not. But I think I'm gonna take a couple days and think about this, because I mean it can't all be bad. I mean, I might eat someone.
Maybe there's some lycanthrope memoirs at the library, that you can read through. Like see, people who, that's their life. You can get some feedback.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good to maybe go, and because I mean, I've only been here for like a week, and like y'all are great, but I don't know. I think maybe it'd be better to just go get it taken care of and figure it out where they want to go.
There's a big thing about knowing your priorities, and in a school where we're supposed to be heroes, noble, dependable, making sure you have priorities right. Oh, do you need a water? I'm sorry. Bottled water.
I think we have very different opinions of what the school is actually training us to do. But anyway, continue. The more important matter right now is Nori. So sorry.
I won't. I understand. I don't want to criticize. That's a different conversation for a big day.
Yeah, that's a different conversation. Sorry, Nori. Sorry.
No, Nori looks over. It's Tomas is like, I mean, yeah, I agree with you a lot on what you have to say, but
for what they tell us they stand for, at least I do believe in a lot of the doing good for the greater good is a big thing, but knowing your priorities to be in a position where you could do so is huge. It's immense.
Yeah, I could
gotta find yourself. You gotta find what you need to do. If you have to find yourself again, I mean, you seem like you're pretty confident in who you are as a person to begin with, but having this now canon in this universe, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, reverse that a little bit. I guess you'll have to work with that. That's up to you.
Yeah.
And we got your back.
Up to you. You gotta do what's best for you.
Yeah. Thanks guys. I've just been freaking out a lot today, and it's just been nice to not for the moment. And no, I think it'd be really good. And then that way, it might be cool. I mean, being a big old wolf guy sometimes. As long as I don't eat anybody, I guess. I don't want to eat anybody.
I feel like wolves' natural prey are not people. So I feel like, I feel like it'll be fine.
I could eat a deer.
Yeah, well, as you're probably not the best example right now, but I understood what you meant.
I could eat a deer.
Moss, run.
Looks at the fawn.
I mean it, Moss. Get out of here right now. I'll hold him back.
Fine.
Wild shape back into the wolf.
Runs. He's turned rabbit before earlier we thought.
A rabbit folk? He didn't turn the rabbit at all.
Oh my god. Okay, excellent job. Excellent. Nori's feeling a little bit better, a little supported. There was cute animals, which everybody gets a little bonus for. I mean, you probably, actually, I'm pretty sure Luna would remember this. But next roll, whatever you want. If you were in the room, you get a D4 added to it.
I'm kind of glad.
Little inspiration. What were you saying, Lark?
I was gonna say, like, oh, I'm kind of glad that, like that Nori threw my secret out there because I threw his secret out there, but I don't know who.
Now you're even.
Now we're even.
Except for, I do think Nori was a little more like nondescript with it. It was like, said something about going in my brain.
Okay, I know. Okay, fine. You're probably right. Okay. But nevertheless, we're just gonna call it even, okay?
I'm gonna absolutely say Nori probably thought you meant literally go inside like his brain.
Oh,
lobotomy help.
surgery.
Oh, you mean,
Cleric
like, with
lobotomy.
tools? Like,
Yeah,
as a,
I wasn't actually
like-
like magic school bus, like shrink down.
I mean, look,
No, wow.
Lark, I get it. Lark is a seamstress. Like you could secretly be into cutting people up. You have the skills. You're a cleric and a sewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I didn't mean that. I thought it. Oh, okay.
It's too
you're
late.
right.
It's too late.
I know.
That's what Nori thinks.
I know.
I put a
And
note.
people had already pointed out, like, I did not explain that in the best way. Someone said, like, sea glass, but it's the same thing. It wasn't. Yeah, I know. I never had to do this before.
I put a note in my notes that says Lark, brain pointy. So we're gonna have some questions.
I
No,
can
no.
note your brain with magic.
Not your brain, your memories. Your memories is not your brain. Your brain is obviously a collection of memories in its most in most of its significance, and then it's your functions, right? So your functions are also there, like your need to breathe, your need to eat, like your responses to pain and stuff like that. Okay, all of those also exist in there. But what you can do is that you can alter and change memories. You can take away memories. You can add memories. You can, but getting into somebody's brain is not that easy. You can't just get in there and start fucking things about.
Or you're not supposed to.
Well, I mean, you can if you know what you're doing, I guess, but or depends on what you're trying to do. So like memory deep dives, things like trying to uncover reasons for your trauma, that's obviously going to be a lot harder than finding an immediate surface memory that is right there and right up the front. So like if you picture like going into somebody's brain, I relate it to like going into somebody's house, right? So like imagine like your biggest surface trauma that is bouncing around is like you walk into somebody's front door, okay? Because somebody lets you in. Can you break into somebody's mind? Yes, you can, but that's going to damage their mind. So if somebody lets you in, you can go in, and then imagine like a giant, that doesn't work with my pointy analogy, but a giant beach ball, right? Bouncing around, right?
It's the opposite. A giant sharp-edged sword.
We call it
Sure,
a mace.
Sure. Right? Yeah. Like whatever, like something that's damaging, or like a giant boulder that's bouncing around, but it's damaging the walls, it's damaging the ceilings, the furniture, everything else that exists in your mind. This memory is ruining it. So you should be able to go in, or like a memory scion should be able to go in and then just fix that memory. Like that one, we're not repair, or I suppose you could like theoretically metaphorically like repair the walls, repair the ceiling, repair what damage that memory has done, but that depends on the person that you're dealing with. But if you just want the memory to be a little bit less painful, you just want to kind of slow that boulder down. It's still going to hit things, it's still going to bounce around, but hopefully it's not putting holes into your walls and your ceilings. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrifying that somebody could do that to you, but I think it makes sense to me.
There you go.
Yeah. Like I said, it made sense the first time you said it to me, Drew,
Yeah.
the player.
Nori's a dummy. But he's a cutie. He's a thick
No,
cutie.
yeah, like and this is why people don't
Scions are
Like-
cool.
Scions.
Scions are cool as shit.
So after
Fourth edition Scions.
after Dragon Club, Charr and Moss go off to visit Nori and give some emotional comfort. All right. Though we're gonna do one last scene for the night before we wrap up, and it's going to be another Nori scene. We're gonna flip forward a few days. So we're gonna go to what's next time you're outside?
Realistically, it'd probably be at least once a day. So,
Nighttime, daytime.
definitely nighttime. Star watching on the roof is a big thing for Nori.
Okay, awesome. We see Nori head up to the roof to do a little bit of I don't know, introspection, looking at the stars, taking some time. As you are going, you see someone calls out to you. It's like very aware that you might be feeling kind of attacked at or vulnerable at present.
Yeah. I think Nori would look around. Is Nori already on the roof, or?
It looks like you're heading up.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that there's a ladder on the side of the building. Generally, like there's no way to get to the roof from inside. You're clearly not supposed to.
Yeah.
But there's like a fire ladder or something that you can use.
Yeah, I feel like Nori's probably like halfway up the ladder, hearing his voice, stops for a second, looks around, tries to...
You see someone you've seen before in passing, and this is Melker Blackthorn. This is the Paladin professor, and Charr's class professor, and he calls out to you and says, "Nori Birch."
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
I wish to speak with you.
Nori's like halfway up the ladder and just like starts climbing back down the ladder.
We can go up if you like.
Okay, and Nori gets to the last rung. Like,
He waits until you have fully climbed because he is a giant bugbear man, and you can hear like from the top like some of the like, ooh, it's not great. Someone needs to clearly repair this.
yeah, ready to wild shape at any moment's notice to be a lot lighter and smaller.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he climbs up with you and takes a seat kind of across from you. Wants to talk with you, but clearly isn't in a rush either. And starts off by saying, "I've heard of what happened to you."
News travels real quick around here.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if you can't say you went to school and got attacked by a werewolf in the first week, I mean, who are you, right?
I know what it is to be forced to be something you did not choose.
Is it because you're a bugbear? Because I think bugbears are really cool.
Thank you. I do not often speak of my past. But there was a time when I too was controlled by things outside of my control.
It's an interesting feeling for sure. Haven't experienced that one yet. Well, I guess I am now, but
I know of the decision before you. Have you chosen?
Yeah, the headmaster told me there was a place I can go that'll help me through this. I mean, fate works in weird ways, and I guess if it was meant to happen to me, at least I can do is learn to try and, I guess, control it. I guess. Is that a thing? Like, what did you do?
I was taken when I was your age. And I was experimented upon. What I am, who I am, is because of that. And it is painful sometimes to think that who I am is because of him.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I'm not really good with this kind of stuff. I mean, you did. I mean, you're a badass. Look at you.
I am your professor. You do not need to comfort me, but I appreciate, as someone who has been through something similar.
Do you think
For me, accepting it was bliss.
I mean, I think I'd make a pretty cool werewolf. I'm just saying, but that's also terrifying.
You are a druid already.
Yeah, so changing is something I'm good at. But this is a big one. This is one. I mean, I've heard stories. They can't control themselves. Like,
People said the same of me, that I would always be a monster. But I have taught here for 9 years and seen hundreds of students. I am not less. And nor will you be.
thanks.
He puts a strong hand on your shoulder and gives you a comforting squeeze. Yeah, and then he'll sit with you for a little while, just kind of being with you in the moment. And eventually he shows himself out and back down so you can have the rest of the night to make your decision.
Yeah. I think by come sunrise, so it'd be almost 2 days without sleep. It gets to closer towards sunrise before he's actually about to fall asleep, and Nori has made the decision that he's gonna go to this place he was offered. My dog's in the background crying. I apologize.
Perfect timing.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
He's paying attention to the story.
We agree, Loki. We agree. Loki looks so devastated.
It's just over there.
So sad.
We heard the mochi sounds behind us the entire time.
I assume you'll tell your friends.
You
Yeah.
could always Irish goodbye it.
You
Yeah. Nori will go down and knock on 3 of the doors, which of course would be Moss, Charr, and Lark, and just get them all in a little thing. It's like I'm gonna go. But I'm sure I'll see you guys again, and then by then, who knows? You know, I could be a cool like werewolf dude and be like, hey.
Charm just immediately hugs. I guess it's just your legs, but gives you a hug right up to like your pocket line, and he says, "Hold on." He runs into his room as you open it up, and he grabs a little tiny sword that he's been trying to whittle, and a tiny shield he's been trying to whittle, and he's hands them over to you.
You did some cool things, and this is for you. Here you go. They're not that good, but they're something.
Oh, they're awesome.
Use the Mochi could.
Yeah.
A little.
He's gonna hand him down to Mochi, and Mochi is just up with the little paws and just.
The wood's getting so saturated so quickly. Oh no, it's not finished yet. It's fine. It's
It would quickly use the cantrip shape water and just take all the moisture out of the wood again.
Wow.
Sorry.
But it's yours.
Lark's gonna go into her room, and she's gonna get one of her like hidden gold coins, and she's gonna get like a. It's white. It's all bedsheet white. I'm sorry. That's all I got. That's all I have. But it's a really nice kind of like handkerchief kind of sized thing. And she's gonna put her first day plum in there, which she's managed to keep not moldy, right? Again, trying to figure out some sort of cleric spell that I can never remember the name. Oh my god, it's a gentle repose. Gentle repose on a plum, okay? So you're trying to gentle repose this plum for the last week. So you have something to eat, and you have a gold coin to buy something else, and then you have some cloth, so that you can, I don't know, keep yourself warm. Doesn't really have much else than that, but if you need us, if you think really, really hard about me and you want to say something, I can hear you. So just if you, she's like shoving like the bundle at you, like if you need anything else, just think about me, and then I can hear you.
Nori's gonna give a big old hug, and in the hug say, "Sorry about the whole brain thing. I didn't understand at the moment, and I think it's really cool what you can do, and I'll definitely do that."
It's okay. I get it. It's weird. I know it's weird. I know I usually don't tell people because they think I'm weird, but I want to make sure that you take care of yourself. Okay. Just make sure that you're eating and that you're drinking enough water, not your dog, but I mean just like drinking enough water. Make sure you get enough sleep.
It's so funny that Lark is telling him to get enough sleep.
Shut up!
I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy.
Shush, GM. Shush. And you know what? Like, I mean, other than like, the one werewolf that I punched in the face, honestly, like if he wasn't biting you,
That was pretty
even
badass.
if you end up being a werewolf, then you have to come back. All you gotta do is just learn not to bite people.
Yeah.
And Mochi can do it. Mochi doesn't bite people. So can you.
True. It's a fair point. Yeah. And
It's like a vacation, a hiatus, right?
yeah. It'd be great. And
Or at least make sure you write letters.
yeah. And Moss, try not to burn the place down.
I cannot make any promises. I
But
will
you-
promise that if I do, no one will be any of the buildings.
Well, here you
Your
can at least
incense are
burn.
everywhere.
You can burn this down, and Nori's gonna hand over like a bag full of weed.
Oh,
No,
Oh, bless him.
Moss is going to actually produce something. And you remember those little pods that we did with the powders, the colorful powders? It's one of those, but she's taking some of the powders and like mixed it with water to make paint. And she shaped it so it looks like a little raccoon like bulb with like the flower bud being like the tail of the raccoon. With like a little like chibi cheeks painted on. Like it's obviously that Moss, actually no, let me roll for this. We'll see how well Moss does. It's obvious that Moss isn't an artist, but like it's weirdly handmade enough that it's charming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like great, it's not like glorious.
It's
but
like those little crystal figurines, you know, of like how they make the horses and stuff. It doesn't really look like a horse, but it kind of does.
Yeah. That's pretty much where we're at. So yeah, that's what you get. And look, you're gonna kill it.
Yeah, and you're
in a good way.
Hero. You're
sorry,
a hero.
that was poor word choice. But I think the fact is, like, empathy is a thing and people are varied, and we hear about all the bad stories, but there's gotta be good stories.
Yeah. This is just a short don't bite people course, and then you get to come back.
Yeah. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
For the whole family.
Yep. And you'll be back before you know it. I mean,
if you want to come back, no pressure, it's your choice, and then like things change. But
if anything, I can go live by the lake, and then there could be parties, and then
I will keep your desk and your wardrobe and everything safe for you. In my room, I will keep them safe until you return.
I didn't want them, but thank you.
I know.
Fair trade.
I know. But I'll keep them safe for you. Or even if you want to come back, if you don't want them in your room, you can still come use them in my room.
Yeah. I feel bad. You all gave me stuff, and I don't have any stuff to give you.
You already gave us so much.
I got a hug.
But I can't do this. And Nori's gonna rummage through his bag real quick, and 3 seeds. Puts them in his hand, druidcraft, and you watch as 3 little plants. It's like, here, grow them out. See what you get. I don't know. They're pretty good strains.
Will I get arrested? Oh, I will get arrested. Okay. I look
I
over
am
to
like,
Moss.
thank you.
I'm going to run for Rowan. Like, Rowan!
Moss in her room, like with the whole, like with the lights for the plants on the shelf, like fully like.
Alrighty.
He's going with Patricia.
Is everybody good? Everyone happy with their goodbye? Yeah?
Yeah, we'll do one big group hug before Nori heads out.
Go team venture.
Roll with 20 advantages for best hug.
I don't have many d20s. I do have that many d20s.
Okay, yeah. The next morning, there's a lovely carriage that is all set to bring you to this niche little werewolf coven to help teach you how to control your new powers. And it seems like, no one said it directly, but it seems like once you've done that, you'll be starting first year again.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Makes
So,
sense.
yeah, you get into the carriage and off you go into the distance for your next big adventure.
I'd like to add at the same time that Callan's in the bed and she's like, shut up, my friend is leading you. Shut up. So the door's like half cracked.
Can Momo carry Nori across the academy threshold like a princess into the sunset?
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna say Momo would do that for you.
I feel so proud.
Momo felt really guilty for not protecting you, so I'm gonna assume you probably went and had a conversation with Momo to say you didn't blame her.
It's there. It's in the chat. Momo carries Nori across the academy
There you
threshold
go.
like a princess into the sunset one last time.
Oh,
it's in
there it is. Mine hadn't loaded
there.
yet.
It's in the chat.
Good job. Good job,
Momo.
Momo.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Incredible.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, you better.
Hi.
Or
Alrighty.
don't.
I've cried so many times on camera. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the end of our game for today. Oh, good job, guys. So many feelings were had and given, and now the school is on the lookout for a werewolf.
Werewolf hunt.
Where is it?
Huh?
Before more people get bitten and have to leave.
Yeah.
It's like a
Not good.
pandemic in there.
Very rude. Very rude. This is first year, first party.
And what's gonna happen? Is Lark gonna have to punch a werewolf every
I will
time?
punch them all. I will
That
punch them all in your
sounds
honor.
Every
And
single
I'll be like,
werewolf.
for
He's gonna start
Nori!
getting proficient in
That
on
sounds
strikes
cool.
eventually.
For Nori. All right.
punch 'em
Well,
all.
thank you guys so much for joining us for today's adventure. If you missed any part of this episode or you want to catch up on it or share it, we are on YouTube and also wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to play alongside us, we've mentioned it a few times, we have a role-playing server where you can play in the setting with us and hang out with us in character. So check it out. We've posted Discord a couple times in the chat, but it's also all over our social media. So we'd love to have you and play alongside you. As always, though, thank you. And we'll see you next time on Twitch. One last bit of information for those of you who are sticking around is, as you can probably all guess, Drew, unfortunately, will be leaving the stream because of work, because, you know, adult life. And we're going to be doing an open call recruitment on the server. So in the next couple hours, you will see a post and you'll have the next week to post in with your interest in joining as our 4th player. And we'll go from there. So stay tuned. But yeah, we're pulling from the server. Bring
Come
your
join
best.
us.
Bring your
Server
A
pull.
game.
And who knows? I might come back and like take over an entire episode of just Nori and Werewolf School. You know?
Yeah, just like a werewolf school episode. I love it. It's the spin-off of the season.
Oh, that'd be a fun one shot.
Oh, yeah.
I'd run
That
that.
really would be.
There you go.
We've set up 2
Heck
now.
yeah.
Ooh.
Dibs, I want to play Moji.
It's gonna be honestly, the spring semester or spring term break is just gonna be each of you get a solo game.
Wow.
Just about your character and everyone else is an NPC.
Wow.
Love it.
All right. Well, stay tuned for more information, but thank you for joining us. We'll see you here next time on Twitch, Wednesdays at 6:30 EST. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.